Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, we back.
So,
Back with another one.
so
Good times.
thank
Good
you.
times.
Yeah,
Good
it is,
times,
man.
It's been long awaited.
Long
We've been waiting
awaited.
a minute.
Long time, man. Long time. I been working on this one for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
It's the fifth studio project.
So.
Because we got the Cash Flow series.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Great work.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. For real.
And the Down Forever with Vic Bell and Mike Lowry.
For sure. Yeah.
Another great masterpiece.
Shout out to Vic Bell. Shout out to Mike Lowry.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let's dive into this one, man. New Unsung, right? Unsung.
That's right, man. My latest album, Unsung. I really feel like it's some of my best work. I worked really hard on this. Some people that produced the album, DJ Icy. Shout out to DJ Icy. As well as Vic Bell, who we work with on the 1130 music album as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And people don't really understand, man. You been putting in work for a minute.
Yeah, man. I've been grinding for a minute, man. Just just doing my thing, and it's just really for the love, for the passion, man. I always just had a lot of passion just for rap music in general. So that's really where the long term grind come from. So. Just here, just trying to make it happen, really.
Yeah, I did my research.
Okay.
And I seen that some article I read, I can't quote the publisher.
Sure, yeah.
But you were, had your personal high school in, erupting off your diss songs that you were doing.
Oh, man, that was a long time ago. Oh, that's crazy. I actually forgot about that. That's one of the early memories that I do have as far as with trying to get into rap music. We used to just be playing around in school, and we used to do little disses and stuff like that. Yeah. So I would say that was my first 15 minutes of fame, you know what I mean? When I was just doing making little diss tapes, then passing the CDs out, in school, and it'd be kind of funny that you pass something out on Friday, and by the time Monday come around, people was like, oh, that was you, that was cool. So, yeah, but that was kind of some of my early memories as far as me getting into music, for sure.
Would you say that's how you found out you were, gifted and unique for rapping?
I would say that's definitely, that particular time was a confirmation. But I always been into music, and this goes way back to when I was a kid. I can just remember, being in my mom's apartment, seeing Crisscross on TV, and just to see them. Then they were kids at that time, and I was a little younger than them at that time, but it was just fascinating for me to see other younger kids who who look like me. Right. On TV, and not just that, Bow Wow, me and Bow Wow, we're similar in age, but I would say Bow Wow, he did, inspire me in a lot of ways, simply because, we, again, same age, looking at him, seeing him on TV, and just, seeing another kid like myself, it just made me be more like, dang, I can do that too, so definitely, those were some of the early inspirations, amongst other people, like Snoop Dogg, of course, Master P, by him being from the South. Right. Other rappers like Outkast, these are people who kind of helped me or motivated me, I would say, to push on and, try to become an MC.
Yeah, so you got a wide variety of people who, I guess, contributed to your influence.
Oh, for sure. Again, those people that I had named, in the early stages. Master P, pretty much that whole No Limit movement.
For sure.
Cash Money. On the East Coast, you got Dipset. People like 50 Cent, AZ. He's one of my favorite artists. I feel like he don't get enough shine, or whatever, because of for what he contributed to as far as being a lyricist. But I would say by me listening to him, I do kind of pattern my sound or my lyricism after that type of style. Even though I'm from the South, I enjoy all types of music. East Coast, West Coast, Southern. It don't matter if it sound good. I'm pretty much into it.
Yeah, man, that's different because not the stereotype, just Southerners, period.
For sure, yeah.
Most Southern rappers, you'll never hear them say that they're influenced by AZ. What part of Mississippi did you say you were from?
I'm from Pascagoula, Pascagoula. It's a very small town. Gulf Coast area. Shout out to Pascagoula, Moss Point. Goshen, the whole Gulf Coast area. So yeah, but that's where I'm from. It's a small town called Pascagoula in Mississippi.
Okay, you putting it down for Pascagoula, because I don't think we have nobody that's big that there yet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, of course, we always have great sports legends that come out of Pascagoula. Really, really, out of the whole Gulf Coast areas, is a plethora of talent. If not in music, you got people who do sports. We always have small town sensations that come out, in these high schools and stuff like that. Right. So, where I'm from, it's loaded with talent. So yeah, for sure, yeah.
Man, 13 songs.
13 on the new album, man, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What's your favorite song on there?
One of my favorite songs, I would have to say is Ride Clean. One reason why I like the song like Ride Clean is because I was able to dive into a story, and it kind of focuses on what is going on today as far as like with police brutality, and it's just a story of a black male who get caught up at the wrong time, wrong situation, and we see on the news what pretty much happens to those to that. But
so being from Mississippi, man, I bet those stories are pretty heightened.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, because those personal experiences, because we all know racism exists.
Sure, for sure, yeah.
And we see it as displayed all over the world. But the root of it is Mississippi.
Yeah. I mean that Mississippi is the heart of it. A lot of racism still exists. I can still remember being a kid, playing football and having a disagreement with somebody of another color, maybe a white person or so. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. And they're saying stuff like, go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? So racism is it is real. But to me it's just ignorance. But it does for sure exist in Mississippi.
Yeah. So just Ride Clean. I wouldn't have put that title with a conscious song.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why is because and it does have a conscious element to it, but it does have that other element to it. Of having fun,
which makes it beautiful.
Exactly. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But one of the reasons why I did it that way is because just to appeal to that young black male who just like we all want to do. We just want to have a nice car. Just have that chance of of shining basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm just painting that picture of a young black male who just having fun. He with his lady. He got his nice car. And then there's another side of it where on the second verse where I talk about he's just having a normal day. He may stop and see a group of people just want to vibe to the music, but all of this gets turned into something tragic once the police officer comes into play. And not to ramble or anything. I don't have like anything against police officers or anything like that, but in my music, especially in this particular song, I just wanted to paint what's really real and what's really going on, because every time you turn on Instagram, every time you turn on the TV, you're seeing somebody being shot down in cold blood. So I just kind of wanted to reflect what was going on in that particular piece of song. So that's one of my favorite songs on that album.
Yeah. So I mean, just hearing you talk about it, man, it makes me want to skip to that song on the album.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And so you incorporating these real life stories into your, is that kind of woven into the fabric of your creative process, or how do you say, hey, I'm in album mode? What goes into that?
Well, as far as what goes into creating, a lot of times I don't think of I'm not really thinking of what am I gonna write about when I first start out on a song or something. A lot of the times what end up happening is that piece of music, it kind of gives you the words to say. You see what I'm saying? Whereas and that's what I mean when I say I really don't know what I'm gonna write about. Again, I think music is what feelings sound like. You may hear on one particular piece of music where it sounds like you want to be excited, you want to be crunk, or then on another piece of music, like for instance, I'm gonna talk about this song I got called Heaven. When I heard that piece of music, it made me think.
Is that on Unsung?
It is on Unsung. It's one of my more spiritual, I would say spiritually guided type songs. But with that particular song, that piece of music just made me feel like more connected to something higher, if that makes sense. And then I might have another piece of song, and I may receive another piece of music like If You Want To, where that's like totally opposite of the spiritual element. In which case, people may say you're a hypocrite, whatever. But I just think we go through different emotions on a day, day to day, and perhaps from moment to moment, depending on what type of situation we face. So I don't think it's fair or even accurate for me to keep the music one way or one message, so that's
because we're all multi-layered people.
Exactly.
We have different phases. We go to church on Sundays, but we do club on Fridays.
Exactly, for sure,
so,
definitely.
Man, so what it sounds like, man, is you're a pretty diverse artist.
I try to be. One of the things that inspired me as a kid, or one of the things I used to hear Master P say, he said his music is like, he's always say his music is like gumbo, spicy like gumbo. So even as a kid, I always try to adopt. Once I first started getting into music, I tried to adopt that particular mindset and make the music like gumbo. You don't want everything to be one way. So, like on my album, I may have a song where I'm catering to ladies, and I may have like a hardcore sound, but then I may also and turn around and throw like an island type, reggae type feel, but it's still rapping over hardcore things. You see what I'm saying? So
and so reggae.
Right.
Reggae.
So I have experience with reggae on this particular album. It's still rap, but it's a mix of the two genres. One of the artists that I have featured on the album is Kadanye. She's doing a lot of big things. She's very, very talented. I met her at a I didn't meet her there, but I saw her at this particular talent show, and just seeing her from afar, I thought she was really dope. And so we just I ended up getting her information. We just decided to hook up, and we went into the studio. We pretty much came up with this project. Yeah.
So man, so not only do you just dabble in different subject matter, you dabble in different genres.
Sure, for real. Yeah,
dope,
definitely, man.
That's dope,
Yeah.
I mean, because diversity is such a rarity in today's rap.
Yeah, and I think it's very important to be diverse in your music, and definitely not sound like anybody else. I think it's okay to be inspired by as many people that you look up to as far as in the music, but my thing is, although I'm inspired or motivated by different rappers or MCs, I don't want to. My goal is to not sound like anybody else. I don't mind someone saying that, oh, I can tell he was influenced by these people, whatever. But I don't want no one to say that he sounds, oh, he got that Jay-Z flow, or he got a T.I. flow, or he got a little. You know what I'm saying? I want people to look at me and separate me from everybody else.
Okay.
But that ultimately, that is my goal as a creator.
Yeah. So we dabble about Ride Clean, right? Is there any other songs on the album that you personally connect to that you
sure
put your personal experiences in there?
Yeah, I have a song called Be Better Than Me. It's pretty much dedicated to my firstborn son. That song, it was pretty it came out a lot better than I expected. I remember when I first got that particular song mixed and mastered, and I was playing it. The guy who was mixing it, they was playing it in the studio, and I had a few people around me, and they actually began to cry, like shed a tear and everything. So that kind of touched me a little bit. That that it just showed me that incorporating messages, geared toward your family, it showed me that, a lot of people do relate to that, and it may not be I don't know if it's a big lane for that, but yeah.
Yeah, not be a big lane for that. But,
Right.
But for sure, man, I think that's beautiful because, for so long, until we got Instagram and all these social media platforms, we didn't actually see a lot of artists or rappers incorporating their personal lives into things.
Definitely, and it is becoming it's becoming more prominent now, and I think it is because of social media now. I was having a conversation the other night. Back in the day, things were more of a mystique with your favorite artist. These days, we're all so connected. Back in the day, you probably had to wait. Or maybe you didn't get a Tupac interview for maybe 3 times out of the year. But now, you may have your favorite artist, perhaps Cardi B or whoever. You know what I mean? They get on their phone and they say, hey, hello fans, and just like Boosie, even with Tory Lanez, the whole quarantine radio, like that's direct interaction with his fans, and I think people absolutely love that, and sometimes I do debate though, if that by us being so connected, if that's a bad thing, because we are so connected, because it does kind of take away that mystique of your favorite artist, because they're so accessible all the time. But I think it has its good and bad with it.
As is everything.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
So I'm a big fan of the music.
Thank you.
Big fan of the music. And you've just been taking us on a roller coaster.
Yes. Yeah.
Throughout this whole, journey, from with Cash Flow One.
Definitely.
What is the motivation, or what's the purpose? What would you like for people to say your music stands for you?
Really, one of my mottos. Well, to me, I have a personal acronym for rap. It means reach all people. And that's what rap means to me. Reach all people. The goal is to try to reach as many people as possible. As far as with the legacy or what I want to leave behind, as far as what I want people to know or remember about my music, man, I just hope and pray that I put out something that could connect with somebody, and perhaps if they're going through something, whether it can be a good time or perhaps even a bad time, where it can help them push on. I try to make music that connects with people as much as possible. Okay. So I just want people to be able to take something positive from my music and be able to move forward in life. Whether depending on whatever period that they're going through.
Inspiration, motivation.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
On a more micro level, what should we expect, and what should we hear when we bust open this package on this album, put it in the CD player, and ride down and while we riding clean? Man,
listen, when you listen to this album, you're gonna hear things that are not every rapper is doing. You're gonna hear storytelling. You're gonna hear diversity. It's just gonna be a variety of beats. These days a lot of rappers, and nothing against this, but I'm just saying a lot of artists in general, they tend to stick to one sound. Let's say if you're a trap rapper, they keep it all trap beats, or whatever the case may be. However, it's gonna be music that like you never heard before. Music that involves real instrumentation. Not only that, but you're gonna have music with the 808, with the bass. You know what I mean? However you like to ride is definitely there for you. You're gonna have something for the ladies. You're gonna have something for the fellas. You're gonna have something for those if you just want to ride. And just ride. Well, however you get down, this album is definitely for you. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like gumbo. It got different flavors. It's spicy. And that's just what it is, man, for real.
Man, it's been a pleasure to
meet
you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. I just want to shout out, to everybody out there that's doing their thing. Mike Lowry, DJ Icy, Vic Bell, these are all the people that helped me with this particular album. So, and these are all, I don't want to just talk about myself. These people as well, they are very talented individuals. So, if you hear Mike Lowry dropping something, if you hear Vic Bell, releasing, his own, beat album, make sure you go check it out, because I'm telling you, man, these people are amazing and they got dope music. So Yeah.
That's it, man.
That's it, man.
Look, man, it's been good.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing this album. I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank
Wishing you as much success as possible, man.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna continue to follow you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.